What's going on, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. Welcome back. If you're new, I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is a PayPal request for Hizurita. This was randomly drawn, so congratulations. The return of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I forgot what the other name, the Japanese name is, but something Gyakuten. I could be wrong. Anyways, this is a 4-for-1 video. This is Objection 1, 2, 3, and 4, all from different games. But since I can't fit them all in the title, they're right here. So I have this one from Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, for Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, and whatever one this one is from 2015. I'm sure everyone will let me know. But there's 4 different versions of Objection. I've actually done a version of Objection from another one. I don't know, there's so many. But let's just go. They're all pretty short. They're all like a minute long. So it's not too crazy. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Objection 2001. Let's go. Why does this sound so different from what I'm used to? I don't remember Phoenix Wright sounding like this. Oh, that's sick. So 80s. Ooh. That was cool. When was that? Okay, I'm gonna go back to that. Oh, is that it? Oh. These are super short. Hold on. Before I even move on to the next ones, that has this kind of like this like lead in instead of dun dun dun. It's like dun dun dun. That was sick, and that was entirely way too short. Anyways, I'm going to be seeing if I can catch on to any motifs here. I don't know if Objection is a really big deal or not. This is Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, Objection 2002. Let's go. Okay. I'm hearing a little dun 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 dun. I like the puns in the names. Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations. It's been a long time since I heard Ace Attorney. I don't remember it sounding like this. This is great. Oh, man, these are teases. Third one, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations 2004. Objection. This one's 2 minutes. They sound like they're getting older and older, even though they're newer and newer. I feel like I'm on NES right now. Okay, so there is a leitmotif. This reminds me of Streets of Rage for some reason. Listen to that bass synth, it's so crunchy. Damn, Ace Attorney's actually sick. I gotta listen to the old ones that I checked out on the channel. Well, that was cool, that little lead-in. Da-dum-da-da. Okay, and then the final one. We're going to skip a lot of years here. This one says, I can't read the thumbnail, but it says Objection 2015. So we're jumping 11 years. Gyakuten Saiban soundtrack. Okay. Fourth one, which now would be the fifth version of Objection that I hear. Let's go. Wow, what a huge difference. I'm confused, but let's just listen. This one's all strings. So the motif is there, it's just constructed differently here. It's not so do 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 do. Now it's more kind of spread out. Snare sounds really good. Okay, so I typically don't do things like this, where I do like multiple versions. But I mean, if it's the same song title, and if I can somewhat fit it into like a YouTube title, then sure. In this case, you're probably seeing it, and it's just gonna say like Ace Attorney Objection. And then you'll find out as you start the video which ones I listen to, because I can't fit it all in there. So I do not know which is the very first Ace Attorney game ever. I know it's not my first time hearing it. I've checked out Ace Attorney before, and I really enjoyed it because it's like this I remember it's standing out quite a bit because it sounded. I found out through these videos that they're from Capcom, and I have a nice record with Capcom music, and it was just different. You know, it has this kind of, well, courtroom feel, I guess, which is pretty fitting here. Now, I don't know how important the term objection is. I just know it's a big deal as far as like when I see this image and I've seen like memes of it or like on a shirt, he's always saying objection. So it seems like it's a big deal as far as the like maybe catchphrase, but I don't know if the song is like just as important or if it's like the main theme type of thing. I don't know. But obviously the name is somewhat relevant to the game. That being said, so these were interesting because I'm going to just kind of talk about them as a whole. I started with 2001 and then it was 2 and then 4. I don't know, I guess there's no 2003. But I did, and then we jumped to 2015. But to me, it sounded like, this is where I got confused because I didn't look up the info for these. I didn't scroll down. I scrolled down on this last one. To me, it sounded like these first 3 were like older sounding, like handheld old, like Game Boy, I don't know, maybe like Advance or something like that. Very that style. And even though the years went up, the sound seemed to sound older. So that was where I was getting confused. And then I look at the 2015 one and I scroll down and it says Nintendo 3DS. The one that doesn't sound like a handheld at all was from a handheld. So who knows what's going on here? I'm sure you guys will tell me. The first 3, honestly, to be completely honest, I think the first one made the biggest impact. This just called Objection 2001. I really, really love that sound. That's kind of synthwave type of sound. And from what I recall, it's been a while since I've heard Ace Attorney, so forgive me if I forgot. But from what I recall, I don't remember Ace Attorney music sounding anything like this. I do remember it sounding more like this, like kind of more robust and strings and more professional studio sounding. So this, as far as my knowledge goes, which doesn't say much, I think it's the first time I heard it sound more on this like digital MIDI side. I think. And to me, this sounds fantastic. To me, melodies like that are really like, how do I explain this? Single note melodies like that you can hum back to yourself, doon, 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 really shine in this style because they're just so potent and they just pop out so hard against the percussion, because the percussion is usually just like, you know. The bass always stands out in these two, but like those type of melodies work so well with this sound. I don't know when, but this is 2001 though, so I don't know. All I'm saying is I just don't remember Ace Attorney music sounding like that, but it was a nice welcoming change. And if I have heard stuff like that, then I honestly just don't remember. Now, the reason I bring that up is because, you know, sometimes I'll say that and people will ask, well, how do you not remember? I do a lot of videos all the time. I'm now in my 700 range. I cannot remember what 10 minutes sounded like, you know? To me, I listen to a song, I give it the attention that it deserves, I talk about it. As soon as I stop recording, I like cleanse my ears and head, and then I just move on to the next one. I know it might sound crazy, but the ones that like really, really stick out are ones that really, 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 really stick out. Not to say that this doesn't, but this one actually did. I will say that. This one, the first 3 really did. The 4th one was good too. But it now was more of a, hey, if you recognize this motif, you might hear it here. But it didn't sound like the motif that I heard so clearly in these first 3. Especially the first one. I don't know. It's interesting because to me, this is a very unique case because I've heard of this game and I've heard music from this game, but it sounds kind of like a first time to me. I know that sounds odd, but work with me here because I've just never heard it sounding like that. and that was really enjoyable. That was really cool. I liked what I heard before, but this is kind of like, I guess what I'm saying is if I were to prefer to hear it again, I wouldn't mind hearing it this way. And there's nothing wrong with this version too. I just personally think single note melodies for a game, maybe of this kind, just sound better in that style. That's just my preference. This one I'm seeing was composed by Yasumasa Kitagawa and Hiromitsu Maiba. And the other ones, I don't know if they have... I don't think they have any... I don't know. Please let me know. I would like to know who composed these. I want to know what the first game is. All that stuff. I know Ace Attorney has a lot of fans. And it's been a while. But I really like it. I really like it. It's one of those things where I just feel like I missed out on, you know? I know it's not too late. It's never too late to get into a game, but I just feel like I'm probably never... Well, I just jinxed it. But I just feel like I'm probably never going to play these games. But it's nice to know that something I've missed out on for years sounds that cool. Like I've been like, oh, that's what Ace Attorney sounds like, etc., etc. Anyways, I digress. I mumble too much. I apologize. Thank you for the request, and thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and all my supporters, really. Anyone who watches these, and I appreciate you. Big thank you to my Platinum supporters as well on Patreon that have the priority perk. That is Kevin, Patrick, Terry, Vanadel, Kalanin, Gardeline, Mushimari, Justin, Knox, and Tri-Edge 101. Until next time, dudes and dudettes. My name is Jesse. This has been the Auditorium. Peace.